In this video I'm going to show you how you use the toilet and the shower in the bathroom, but before I do that I'm going to show you how you turn the hot water on. So to turn the water pump on itself, to use any of the taps, the kitchen tap or the one in the bathroom, you need to select this icon here and that will turn the water pump on. You'll see it's on with that little green light there. To turn the hot water on you need to use this trimmer system. So I press here, it is this symbol that we want to be looking for, that is for the hot water. But before we turn that on we need to select which energy source we want to use, and that's this symbol here. So if I select that, gas, you would use that if you weren't on site and didn't have any electric hookup. If you did have electric hookup you can use the EL1 and you would just select that. But currently we don't have electric hookup, so we'll go back to gas and I will select that option. Now we can go back to the hot water symbol here, select it. It's currently off, but you have a couple of modes you can choose from. There's eco mode, which will heat the water up to 40 degrees. There's hot, which will heat the water up to 60 degrees. And there's boost, which will heat the water to 62 degrees. The main difference between boost and hot is that boost prioritises the heating of the hot water. So if you have the heating on in the van and you have the hot water, it will temporarily turn off the heating to prioritise getting the water up to temperature, and once it is up to temperature it will then turn the heating back on. Eco is sufficient for a shower, it's what I use, but everybody's different. So if I select Eco, and that's it selected, and it should, if we wait a minute, this symbol here at the top, this eco one here, will start flashing in a minute, and once it becomes static again, see there it goes flashing, so it's showing that the water is being heated. Once it's static, the water is then up to temperature and you can use the shower. It will take about half an hour for the water to heat up to the desired temperature, so make sure you put the hot water on before you want to go for your shower. I will just turn that off a second because we're not going to be using it. If we then move into the bathroom, the sink, we have a mixer tap. So to turn the light on there is a switch underneath here. If I just press that one, it will turn all the lights on. So this tap is a mixer tap, so you can have whatever temperature that you wish, but you just turn it on by lifting it up and then you can turn it round depending on what temperature you would like. The shower works in the same way with another mixer tap down here. I won't turn that one on, and you have your shower screen here. Now this is something that you'll just need to twist down so you can then use the shower screen, and it will push back into place like that so you don't get a hole at the bottom where water can escape, and then you bring it back again. And make sure, especially when travelling, that you have this up there, because then it stops the shower screen from moving, otherwise it will bang as you travel and potentially break it. This rail here is really helpful for hanging wet towels or sewing costumes. We used it quite a lot when we went to France. That's about it for the shower. And then the toilet. So the toilet bowl itself can move, so you can change which way that you sit on it. We always tend to have it at this angle because it gives you more leg room. And when you use the toilet you want to make sure the blade is open. So at the moment the blade is shut. Okay, and then using this handle down here, if I pull it across you will see that the blade opens down into the toilet cassette. Once you finish going to the loo, there is the flush here. Always make sure the blade is open. So if I press the flush, you'll see the water will run down into the toilet cassette. Once you're finished, you want to close the blade again by pushing that handle back, and then that's the toilet. Top tip, always make sure the blade is shut. It is on the pre-drive checklist before you drive, otherwise there could be a bathroom disaster. And that is pretty much it for the bathroom.
I'm going to show you how to empty the toilet cassette. The reason I'm doing it is because I was told when we got the van this is my job. So the toilet cassette's in here, just push the buttons to open that one, pull the little blue catch up over the lug there and slide it out. it's empty at the moment. So this is your toilet cassette. You can pull the handle up and wheel it like an air hostess to your toilet disposal point to empty it on the site. When you get there, this one will pull out, unscrew the cap like so, and then you will press together this button here and this button here. This one will allow air into it so that it gets everything out. Push both of them, tip it up, and your waste will come out. Once you've done that, just put some clean water in, swill it all round, and keep rinsing it out until it's nice clean water coming out of there. And then when you get back to your motorhome, there will be some chemical which you'll find in the garage compartment that will look like this. And then with the cap, you will need the 60mm measurement. Now inside the cap there are measurements. The 60mm is just down there, so put 60mm in there, put the cap back and pour it back in, and then put about half a pint of water in there as well. Swirl that around, that will fold back in like that. So just shake your chemical and your water around together and then simply slide it back in. Now what I should have mentioned is before you pull this out, always ensure that the slide on the toilet is closed, fully closed, otherwise this will not pull out. So inside the van, before you pull this out, make sure the flap on the toilet is fully closed. And that is the exciting job of emptying the toilet.